I truly do believe Keffals is one of the worst people on the internet right now, and honestly one of the worst things to ever happen to the internet. And that includes, well, pretty much anything you can think of that's been uploaded to the internet. So in case you guys are lucky enough not to know who this person is, Keffals is a YouTuber, used to be a Twitch streamer, and is one of the biggest trans activists online. Now let me get this out of the way. I don't dislike her because she's trans. I literally don't care what you have. You can have 2 penises or 4 or none. As long as you're a good person, that really doesn't matter to me. But the thing is, they're not a good person. They're not even a decent person, and I could bring up a lot of stuff, right? I could bring up the fact that she low-key kind of stole over $100,000 from people who thought they were funding a good cause, but in reality, they were just getting a junkie higher than before. I'm not going to talk about all of this, and this is not what the video is about, but I just want to briefly mention that this is one of the first times I became aware of her, because about a year and a half ago, she was going to sue the police department because she was a victim of a hate crime. Hate crime, where have I heard that word before? And she was pretty much begging people for money. Guys, I need your help because I was hate crimed. And a lot of people thought this was going to go towards a good cause. I mean, it raised over $100,000. And she was promising that she was going to, you know, sue the police department, the London police department, because she's trans and they mistreated her and all this other stuff because they didn't call her by her pronouns and all that crazy stuff. And it's been about a year and a half, and she was like, we're going to make a change, fund me, give me $100,000, and I promise this won't happen to anyone else ever again. Something curious that I found as well is that the GoFundMe is still open. Like, if you want to donate right now, you could. Normally, from what I could tell, I'm not a GoFundMe expert, but if you put your goal to be $5, once it reaches that, it cuts off and you know, you get your money. Now I find it really funny and interesting that she left it open so people could continue to donate, despite the fact that she hasn't given an update in all of this. And I just saw this tweet. The Mudahar is making a video, a full video on Keffals. What the theory is online is that this person stole this money and used a lot of it for drugs. They used to be a drug addict. I'm sorry, but I don't feel bad for you. Not only this isn't the only issue, the whole scamming people for over $100,000. And on top of this, since Keffals is trans, she used to have a website that would send hormones to children. I'm not kidding. I'm sure this is going to be talked about on the Mudahar video. She used to send hormones to children without the consent of their parents. Not adults. That would be one thing. But to 12-year-olds. To 10-year-olds, so they could start transitioning despite the fact that they might be 10 years old. So something else that I wanted to bring up. Now we get into the video that they dropped yesterday called I Can't Do This Anymore. Just wanted to give you guys some context.
Hey everyone, if you've been wondering why you haven't been seeing me on camera recently, it's because I've been going through kind of a dark time. It's been hard to be on camera and to talk about things, but I kind of just want to lay it all out there.
I just realized something. She looks like Jalen and Chris Chan put together, and I just love this. So the reason why she dropped this video is because she was getting a lot of criticism because of some stuff she said. Keffals was one of the people defending vaush, by the way. It was her and Tipster. On top of everything, now you got that going for you, which is great. She's lost a huge portion of her audience. She's losing everything because of her own stupidity. And the only reason why they have 50,000 subscribers is because, once again, at some point they were loved by Twitter.
Where this is the year anniversary, just a bit over a week now, of everything that happened last year, of when I had to go to rehab. And I know I was the butt of a lot of jokes for having to go to rehab, but the honest truth about that was I was in an incredibly dark place. I was so close to losing my life last year because I did not want to be alive anymore, and I was doing every drug that I could find in order to numb that pain, in order to make that feeling go away, because I didn't feel like there was any hope for my future.
Now, I'm never one to joke about people taking them lives. Well, maybe a few years ago I would have been like, haha, you deserve it, R.I.P. Bozo. This is someone who most likely, you know, not confirmed, but this is someone who most likely used a big portion of those $100,000 that was supposed to go towards an injustice, right? Fighting the system. Wasn't it supposed to go to a good cause? But if she said that she's been using every drug possible in a year, that's about the same time she had the $100,000. And on top of that, she wasn't making any money on Twitch. And if she was, it was peanuts. Her YouTube channel is dead. She's not making more than $250 per month. Not now, and especially not a year ago. She didn't work, and she got $100,000. I think it's pretty safe to assume that a lot of those drugs were purchased with the $100,000 that was supposed to go towards, once again, a lawsuit against the London Police Department. How can we trust a junkie with money? Would you guys give $100,000 to Jesse Pinkman? If you guys saw Breaking Bad, you know how that ended. No, it's probably not the best idea to give $100,000 to a junkie who's not mentally stable. And then we go back to her sending hormones so children can start transitioning without their parents' consent. She had a website, and she's done a lot of other stuff.
And this isn't related at all, by the way, to any of the drama. Like, this has nothing to do with vaush or Ethan Klein. Like, vaush fucked up. I'm not defending him. He can defend himself on the ways that he messed up. And I'm pretty sure Ethan Klein is currently in some sort of drama, because I know that I'm making a difference.
Yeah, sending hormones so children could start transitioning as young as 8 years old. Great change. That's awesome. We've never seen that backfire. Despite what some people might think, I actually don't hate trans people. Despite what some people might say online, some fucking losers out there. My problem is when you start involving kids into this. That is, to me, fucking disgusting. It's a fucking kid. If they want to chop off their fucking wiener once they're, I don't know, I would say 18, or at least until they're, an adult, so they could understand how life altering that kind of procedure is. And I don't really care, as long as the person's chill, nice and polite, and you show me respect, I'll show some back. This is something that I've said for many years. But my issue is when it comes to children, and the fact that this grown-ass disgusting woman had a website where you could buy this. Yeah, that's when a lot of people have an issue. But just imagine there was like a 40-year-old man with a beard, like a manly man, sending hormones so boys could start transitioning to women. How do you think the internet will react to that? A grown-ass man sending hormones to little kids. That person will be arrested in about 5 seconds. I don't know why that same energy wasn't given to this person right here. She's acting like she's saving the world. Bitch, you've done more harm to the trans community than good. And believe it or not, Keffals is a big reason why a lot of people don't like trans people, because whenever they think of a trans person, they think of her and how shitty she is and how obnoxious and how she potentially used money to fight a lawsuit to buy drugs. No, you're not brave and stunning because you make videos and because you send drugs illegally to children. You're not making a change. You're not making an impact. You're not special. Think yourself as a superhero, but you're far from it. You're harming kids, okay? And on top of that, you scam people.
I know that I'm making a difference. And I know that a lot of people respect me for all of the things I've done.
Who out here defends or respects Keffals? If you respect Keffals, I'm sorry, but you're kind of a fucking moron for that. Why is she acting like she went to war to save children? Guess who left a comment? Tipster, the other person, along with Keffals, who was defending vaush when the whole folder came out. Once again, keep that into consideration. Tipster says, I'm so genuinely sorry you've had to endure so much. As your friend... Sorry. As a friend, all I want for you more than anything is for you to be happy. Tipster, she's not gonna let you clap, okay? You have a wife at home. You're married. You're 40 years old. Stop flirting with people. I hope you can find whatever brings you joy. Oh my god, I think I'm crying. This is too emotional. And I'm here to support you. No matter how hard it gets, please take care of yourself. I'm here if you need me. Aw, look at Tipster being nice. Almost makes me want to delete my videos that I've made on him. Nah, this is too cute.
I'll always do my best to try to be better. And part of that is transparency. And just saying where I'm at right now. And saying what I want for the future of my channel.
So the rest of the video is pretty lame, not worth watching. I don't want to waste your time, but there's some serious questions that need to be answered. What was Cowboy Ranch, Keffals? Why were you sending inappropriate chokers to minors? Genuine question. What happened to the $100,000 that you've raised? Did you sue the police department? Is it moving forward? We haven't had any updates in about a year, in over a year. What were you defending vaush along with Tipster so strongly when it came to CP and his folder and Lolly? This person is just so shady. How could anyone be like, I support Keffals, guys? I'm not the moral police by any means, but they're genuinely, objectively a bad person. And going back to the Mudahar tweet, a bank heist. Did she rob a bank for more coke money? This guy says, Keffals' ex-boyfriend, the guy who was grooming minors into taking HRT to transition without their parents' consent, was charged of bank robbery. Don't leave the part out where Keffals tried to say they left the internet in fear for their life because of transphobics online and not because they had to go to prison time for bank robbery, and they've never acknowledged this. One of the many lies they pushed. Long story short, goodbye Bozo. We won't miss you. Bye. But what do you guys think? I'm sure this is a very interesting topic. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Notifications on. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Peace. Subscribe. Bye.